Guys, it's your brother here, Ogs from Kentucky, USA. Thank you for watching and welcome to the channel. In this video, we're gonna talk about 25 plus players. Yeah, we're gonna rate everybody in the Chelsea squad this season. This season means 2020-2021. So don't be surprised to see some difference in rating, because few good or bad games don't necessarily make you a good or bad player. Are we clear on that? But before anything, if you wanna do your brother a favor, please subscribe to the channel and give this video a like. It's gonna be much appreciated. In less than 2 months, the season is going to be officially over. Can you believe it? The last game of the season is going to be May the 29th. That is going to be the final of the Champions League. And I hope Chelsea are going to be there. So it's time for us to start preparing for our player of the season. And that is going to take to consideration the entire season. It's not because you were good under Frank Lampard or under Thomas Tuchel that all of a sudden you become the best player of the season as a whole. Last season, it was Mateo Kovacic, our player of the season, but this season it's gonna be very interesting. We don't have to agree on everything because people got opinions. You have just to respect each other's opinion and also use a little bit of common sense. Because if you are a fanboy of a certain player, you're gonna try to push your player without thinking about Chelsea Football Club. Kepa Arrizabalaga is going to get 5 out of 10 overall. At the beginning of the season, he started few games. That was before we bought MENDY, remember? And he was a disaster for Chelsea Football Club. Most of the games that we lost was just because of Kepa Arrizabalaga couldn't provide the confidence to the defense. I still remember when he passed the ball straight to Sadio Mane and Sadio scored the second goal for Liverpool at the Bridge. And from there, he never really came back because Frank Lampard didn't want to see him anymore. He was mostly on the bench until Thomas Tuchel took over Chelsea Football Club. He played few games under Thomas Tuchel. One of them, he conceded a goal. And the other one, he kept a clean sheet. So you have to give him a little bit of credit and also acknowledge that the defense also is helping. Back in the day, under Frank Lampard, the defense was very shaky. But now, we play 3 at the back and it looks like everything is working. The goalkeeper is protected. So Kepa, 5 out of 10, and I've been kind. I would like to see him like sold or loaned out so he can enjoy his football again, because I don't believe that he can challenge MENDY, and that is just my honest opinion. CABALLERO is going to score 6 out of 10. Willie hasn't really started many games this season. I think in preseason he started against Brighton and we drew the game 1-1. And then against Barnsley we won 6-0. And then against West Brom we drew 3-3. And it wasn't totally Willie's fault for all the goals that we conceded. Willie, I consider him more as a coach. He is a very good lad to have in the dressing room. Lampard said it. Tuchel also said it. He's just like a coach. He's very good with the youngsters. And you have to appreciate just him being there. So for that alone, I'm going to give him 6. But I shouldn't even count him as a Chelsea player, to be honest with you. Mendy is going to score 8 out of 10. Wow, 14 clean sheet. What else can you ask from a goalkeeper? I always repeat, I was looking for a goalkeeper who can do the basics, and Edouard Mendy is doing the basics. Just coming off his line to collect the ball and release the pressure in the defense is a big achievement for me. The guy is a tank. Look at his arms and hands. He's a giant. 6.6. What else can you ask from a goalkeeper? Kepa Arrizabalaga weaknesses been also his physique. He's a short guy, so top corners, top bins are most of the time goals. So it's very refreshing to see somebody who can deal with those kind of situations. And Edouard Mendy, long may continue. Let's move on and talk about the defense. I'm gonna try not to talk too much about stats because it's gonna take me 2 hours to talk about 25 players. I'm gonna put some important stats on the screen so you can read yourself and avoid me repeating them, because it's gonna take us 2 hours here and people don't wanna watch long videos. Let's start by talking about Tony Rudiger. Rudiger is going to get 6.5 out of 10 overall. I know people are going to kill me for saying this, but remember last year, let's say at the beginning of this season, nobody wanted to see Tony Rudiger in the blue shirt anymore. If anybody is going to tell you the opposite, he's a liar. He's part of Flip-Flop FC. Rudiger was awful at the end of last season. Remember, against West Ham and many other games. And at the beginning of the season, he played few games and he was a disaster. Everybody knows about it, but people are going to deny it because that's what we do. We flip-flop. We try to deny everything that happened in the past. So I'm not going to be surprised if anybody attack me for telling the truth. Rudiger was almost out of the door in January before Thomas Tuchel took over from Frank Lampard. Everybody knows about it. Everybody was happy about it. But all of a sudden, we switched to 3 at the back and everybody is performing good. You have to appreciate that, and you have to give some credit to the manager and also to Tony Rudiger for adapting and fighting for his place. The big question is, would Tony Rudiger adapt himself to back 4 when we switch? That is going to be a real test for him. But for now, we're just enjoying his long pass range. We are enjoying everything about Tony Rudiger right now, and I like his attitude. No nonsense attitude. In a football team, you also need some characters, and Tony Rudiger is a character. He is ready to go to war, even physically, to defend the badge, and I like that. Marcos Alonso is going to score 5 out of 10 overall. Under Frank Lampard, he didn't play many games. The few games that he played, including the game against West Brom when we were losing 3-0 at halftime, and Frank Lampard decided to take him off and to protest against the decision. He chose to go to the bus and sit there instead of supporting his colleagues on the field. The rest is history. Everybody was angry about it. Everybody wanted him out. But now, because it's Thomas Tuchel and he's performing good, you know, in another system, people try to deny what they uploaded back then. But like I said, I'm not surprised about anything in football anymore. That's what we do. We flip-flop. Alonso is a good attacking player when we play with wing backs, but flat 4, no. And who knows, he might score the winner in the Champions League final this season, and everything could change at the end of the season. Haha! Andreas Christensen is going to score 6 out of 10 overall. And I know that I am going to get a lot of sticks, but I am not considering the few games that he played under Thomas Tuchel when Thiago Silva was injured. I am considering the entire season. He didn't play much games under Frank Lampard since the beginning of the season, and the few games that he played, he was a catastrophe. Remember when he WWE'd Sadio Mane and he got a red card and all that? And I have to insist, the system were not good for many players in that defense. When we switched to back three, everybody is working for everybody and we can see the result. But it's not gonna take away the majority of the season when he was a disaster. I'm so happy with his progress now, but the big test is coming when we switch to back four. Right now, he is undroppable. And Thiago Silva is going to have hard time to come back to the starting 11, if you ask me, because you have to deserve your place, and Andreas Christensen deserves his place at the moment. Thiago Silva is going to score 7 out of 10 overall so far because he's been injured often. And I remember his first game against West Brom when we conceded 3 goals and everybody went crazy and said that we made a big mistake by buying Silva and all that. And after that, he was very solid. By far the best centre-back in the Chelsea back four with Frank Lampard. And when Tuchel took over, he was taken off in the game against Spurs and he never played again because of that bad injury. So it's going to be very difficult for me to just jump and give him 9 or 10 because he's been out for the majority of the time since Thomas Tuchel took over. But I know Thiago Silva is a winner and he's going to help us win the FA Cup and the Champions League this season. Haha! You heard here first. Kurt Zouma, 7 out of 10 overall. Under Frank Lampard, his name was the first on the starting 11. Under Thomas Tuchel is a different story because he is a little shaky with the ball. He can't really play from the back and you have to understand. But other than that, Zouma is your man if you want to go to war. You know, he's going to win everything aerial and he's just going to put some crazy tackles, unexpected tackles that come from nowhere. So Zouma still a very good defender. He got some clumsy challenges sometimes and everybody knows about it. But overall, he is the player that can adapt himself to back four and also back three. He did good under Frank Lampard and he did good under Thomas Tuchel for the few times that he was given a chance. On top of that, he's contributing to our goals. So far this season, he got 2 bullet headers. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Kurt Zouma got 2 goals this season. Because we don't have killers in our attack. So we need a defender to come and save us and score for us. So Kurt Zouma, overall, very good. Ben Chilwell. I'm going to give Chile 7 out of 10 overall this season. Under Frank Lampard, he was very good every time he was on the field, playing back four. Under Thomas Tuchel, back three, he is not a wing back. And people need to understand that. And when a new manager comes to a team or a new system is implemented, some players are going to pay the price. And Ben Chilwell is one of those players who are paying the price of a new manager and also a new system. But even under Thomas Tuchel, Chile been doing good. He's been putting some very good crosses in the box. 2 goals and 4 assists so far this season. It's not a bad return if you ask me. Chile been victim of being English and his price tag, because we know how it goes in the community, right? An English player who cost a lot of money supposed to perform 150% every single game, but other nationality, other people from other countries are given all the benefit of the doubt. I believe that the system is not fitting Chile, and when we switch to back four, Chile is going to perform better. Reece James is going to get 7 out of 10 overall this season. He played a lot of games under Frank Lampard and also a lot of games under Thomas Tuchel, and that tells you everything you want to know, because he's trusted by the managers, including in the national team, because he's that good. Under Tuchel or under Southgate, he plays in different positions, but every position that you're going to put Reece James, he's going to perform. And I can't believe that this season he only has 1 goal and 2 assists. That is criminal. The amount of good crosses that this boy is putting in the box, and nobody at the end of them, is just criminal. Can you just imagine somebody like Lewandowski at the end of those crosses? It was going to be something different. But overall, I'm very happy with the boy, and sky is the limit. Cesar Azpilicueta is going to get 6.5 overall this season out of 10. And I tell you why. Under Frank Lampard, he was on the bench most of the time. Remember, I think Frank Lampard tried to push him out of the team slowly but surely. And under Thomas Tuchel, he is playing almost every single game. So like I said at the beginning of the video, I'm not gonna give you a high score just because you are performing good now or you performed good then under Frank Lampard, if that makes sense. Cesar Azpilicueta is just going to give you what he can give you. The commitment, the leadership. He's going to put everything on the field, 150%. But he's been betrayed a little bit by his physique. He's getting older right now and he's getting slower. The statistics for this season is like 1 goal, 1 assist, and 49% tackle success, which is very low compared to his own standard. But Cesar Azpilicueta still has few more years to go at Chelsea Football Club. I'm so happy about the captain. Emerson Palmieri, 5 out of 10. Under Frank Lampard, he didn't play many games, and also under Thomas Tuchel. I just remember when he eliminated us from the Carabao Cup this season by giving away that goal. Remember? From that day, I don't trust him anymore, but lately he scored in the Champions League. The most clinical player in the Chelsea team right now. 1 shot, 1 goal, game over. It reminds me of Michy Batshuayi, somebody who can give you a goal out of nowhere, important goals, but overall very poor player. So Emerson Palmieri, I think it's time for you, brother, to start packing and go enjoy your football somewhere else in Italy. It's going to be a very good idea because at Chelsea Football Club, I don't think that he's going to have playing time.